I'll record.
Unless you have a... Oh, okay. I was going to say, unless you have for the last hour and everything we've been talking about is now frozen in time. So it's been a long time. Most of it my fault, I think, but not all of it. Who
April
cares?
2nd.
God.
wow.
Actually, that's not as long as I thought. Okay. So we're still in May, so we're still the next month. We're good. We're still good. It's only been yeah. So just in case anyone has forgotten, you are currently on a mission to get these gates open in this fort, because in about 2 or 3 hours, Raven Uthvogler, the former mayor of Vogler, is leading a small army of Calaman troops, a small and inexperienced army of Calaman troops, to come and reoccupy this fort. She just needs the doors open, and when you got here, you did a little scoping out of the place, estimated somewhere around maybe 24 soldiers inside the base, including a small dragon.
And then the arson began.
Yes, then the arson began. You triggered a small alarm, got a small half dozen guards to come out, killed them all. That's when you discovered the dragon, because it went flying around trying to figure out where the 6 guys went missing. And then NG snuck in and set the kitchen on fire.
You're welcome.
By pouring, what is it? I think you stopped up the chimney first so it filled with smoke, and then poured oil down to set the place on fire. So now, at this point, the alarm bells are ringing. And from your vantage point, NG, it seems like the majority of the fort, or at least, what do you got? 6 guys down here fighting the fire. You can still see 6 guys, or 8 guys actually, on the towers around you. You probably can't see them technically from your vantage point, but you've got 2 on this tower down here, 2 over here, 2 up here. They're all humans. And then on this big tower up here, you've got 2 draconians. And they're all kind of looking into the courtyard, watching the fire, watching the guys fight the fire.
All right. Would the other guys be able to see me from where they
are? Your friends? Not unless you also want the army soldiers to be able to see you.
Okay.
Because you're at a lower point than the towers. So if you're standing up waving your arms, the guys on the towers are going to be able to spot you. You do see the base commander standing over here by it looks like the entrance to the offices. Like right there. And you see these double doors here, which you know is where the dragon is stabled.
Okay. What was the one right before the dragon? Sorry.
The base commander is this guy over here.
Oh, okay. So then there's a total of 9 humanoids and a dragon. Plus the 6 fighting the fire.
Right. Now you can see if there's anybody else. Oh, you know this is one guy in with the dragon, the rider. You haven't seen him. He's probably tending to his dragon. Now the rest of you outside the castle, even though it's nighttime and there's a bit of a decent moon out, you can see like thick black smoke rising up from the back area of the castle, and obviously the alarm bell ringing.
And this is when we realize we don't have a kender.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's NG?
I thought you were watching him.
No. I was not on kender duty.
You're a druid. Don't you have Eyes of the Eagle?
No.
No, that's not how druids work. Fists of the bear, Eyes of the Eagle.
No. I think that's a barbarian thing.
And then forgive me, because I do not know how druids work.
Tiger of the dog?
In character. Jamie certainly knows how druids work.
Right.
Are you sure?
Yes, you changed.
Is there
I-
anybody on the door mechanism
No.
guarding that?
No.
Like,
Nope.
so I could, in theory, sneak down there and potentially disable it.
Disable it so that it doesn't open, because the goal is to get it open.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, like, disabling it probably locks it shut.
Right. If you
'Cause it's
disable
like,
it now, it would stay closed. If you disabled it after
Yeah.
you open the gate, that'd be different. But the act of opening the gate, it's probably not press a button, gate instantly open. It looks like a big
Probably
crank.
turning a crank. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And with all those guys right in the courtyard and the commander standing right there, it might get noticed.
Well, I guess I'll go look for him.
Don't you dare turn into an eagle.
How many more shape changes do you have, Jim? You used 2 today, right?
I don't remember. It is.
Actually, more than 2, because you turned into a bear.
He's a spider.
Well,
He was a
I
bear
have.
and he was a spider.
I was a spider, and then I rode out as a spider on somebody.
Oh,
So I haven't actually shapeshifted, I don't think. But I'm also trying to remember, because I can't remember if this is the level where I could use spell slots or not, because we also leveled up
right.
at some point
Level
recently.
Well, because you were a bear when you took out
Yeah.
the guards,
Yes.
and then you went in as a spider. I think you went in with Engie, so you might know he's in there.
Yeah, I thought you
'Cause
guys
I thought the 2 of you went
Yeah.
in together, and then I think you just left while he was in there sabotaging the kitchen. But I don't think you knew he was sabotaging the kitchen.
No, because I don't. I remember going. I was kind of going off on my own, and then I think Basil. Was it Basil? Who's our mage again? Is it Kayla?
No, it's me.
Cathar?
Oh,
Cathar turned 2 people invisible, right?
Not yet.
no,
He was
And
talking
then-
about doing it.
And you
I'm
climbed
thinking about
in.
doing that, but
I thought you
No,
guys
no one's
climbed
actually
in.
been in yet. No, nobody's been in yet except you 2.
I know for sure that I was in, but I
Yeah,
thought
you
that
were
they
in
were.
'cause you
I
got
thought they went in as well, invisible, and that was how
No, he's
Engie got
been
in.
bringing it up as something to do, but Engie climbed the wall. He's rogue.
Oh,
and you just kind of went in and did stuff, and then we're like, oh, well, okay.
That's what
Yeah.
Kender do.
I don't
That's
remember
what can we
that.
do?
You unhook
It's
the
what my
leash and then
character
just
would
let him
do.
go.
Well, it looks like
Like a
when
70-pound puppy.
it looks like when we leveled up, I got my charges back and I did not click them off. So if I'm not a spider now, then I don't have any,
Oh.
unless I can actually change now with spell slots.
Can you talk as a spider?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I thought. That's what I thought I was doing. But
So you're just a little tiny spider going, I don't know where he is. Help me! Help me!
Spider, get it! Rolls up
It's
a
talking! Kill it!
Step on spider! Well, clearly he's up to something in there. How about you get the door open, Mr. Spider, and,
And we can see the smoke.
Yeah, you can see the smoke for sure.
we go in and take the fight to them.
Do we hear any commotion?
Just the bell ringing. I mean, you're not close enough to necessarily hear the men shouting or the sounds of fire, but you can hear the alarm bell being rung.
What time of day is it again?
It's middle of the night, maybe 1, 2 in the morning.
I think the darkness only improves our chances of running in wearing Dragon Army armor.
I think so too.
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make 2 of us invisible, I think, and everyone else wear the armor. Is that what it was?
Here, I have a question. Would I, if I was to attach a note to a sling bullet, whatever, would that be detected? Like if I was
I
to
would
give him some basic layout and numbers.
You'd have to fire it from the other side of the base. Because where you are right now, the rest of your party is over here.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I'd have to sneak to a new location.
So you'd have to sneak around, and there's no connecting battlement, so you'd have to go down the ladder or climb one of these towers.
I guess I
You
could
run the
sneak
risk.
out and just tell them what I saw.
Yeah, I mean, you're right by a wall, so sneaking out would be nothing.
Okay. Well, I'll sneak out and
Alright.
rejoin them.
All right, so you hop the wall, and I'll just put you over there with them.
Oh yeah,
Suddenly there's
okay.
a voice next to you guys. Hi, guys.
Hey guys. Guess
What in
what
the
I
abyss
saw.
did you do?
All right, so we we have 9 guys I saw in towers, and 6 guys are fighting the fire. You're welcome. And I tell them where the dragon pen is and where I don't know if I know. I saw the commander out there in the courtyard, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's my Kender intelligence.
And why is there a fire?
Seemed like the thing to do.
It made sense at the time.
How does this get us any closer to opening the door exactly?
It's a distraction. I can
It's-
sneak back in and do more.
It's working. They are distracted.
That's plenty.
So,
I think you should.
how far away is what's their name in the army?
Which?
What's the name
Oh,
of
Raven.
Robin?
They're probably about 2 hours. You'd think they said sun up, so you'd guess maybe 2-3 hours somewhere in there by sun up is what she said.
That's good because it's going to take us that long to figure out how to do this.
I mean, I would have suggested that we wait and then try the invisibility / wearing Dragon Army armor attempt to get in closer to when they're supposed to show up. That way we have less time where we're basically... That way it's less of a suicide mission. Because in theory they'll show up right after us.
Right, if we go in and open the doors now, I mean, what's to stop them from just closing them again before backup arrives?
Well, obviously we can try to dismantle or damage the door system, but then we've got, 9 people plus Dragonoid or something trying to kill us?
I like those odds.
Of course you do.
I remember you saying when you fought the 6 guys that came out to get you that they were so easy to kill, you could probably just kill everybody in the fort before they got here.
Well, we're not
So I'm
going
just
with that
reminding-
anymore.
I'm just reminding you that they were not terribly hard, but that was your standard human soldier. Not the Draconians, not the Dragonel, not the base
We're
commander.
only fighting 6 of them at a time.
Right. And
Oh,
there
did you
are
just
at
let
least
them
10 inside. Hmm?
Did you just let something slip?
What, the Dragonel? No, you knew what
Yeah.
it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said you've been calling it dragon. I thought.
Because it's a small dragon.
Well, we could come in under cover of
Looks like
darkness
that.
and hide.
Well,
We're not all great at hiding.
it is cover of darkness now.
I mean, if you guys want to go in now, while they're distracted with the fire, I think it would be easier to get them to open the gates for returning scouts.
I mean,
Or
the
just
chaos-
have our
With the
spider
chaos,
open it.
they're not as likely to question us running to the gate.
Yeah, he wouldn't be strong
good
enough to
point.
open it as a spider.
No.
But also I just worry about the time between when we open the doors, when we get in and start fighting, and when help arrives.
Well, we open them a little, we go in, we find somewhere to hide, and then we open them again when the people are here.
Well, I think we need to get them to open the doors to let us in.
There's 6 of us. I don't think we're going to find a place to hide.
Right.
Unless the druid can shrink us down. Can you make us all spiders, druid?
No.
I don't want to be inspired.
Oh, I thought that's what druids do.
With our powers combined, you could be an invisible spider.
Ben's most commonly used saying by the end of the campaign. I thought that's what druids do.
I was thinking that with our original plan, which was we were going to have a couple people pretend to be guards come to the gate for them to open the gate, that I would be ready to change to a bear and break the handle so they couldn't close it again. But that's still pretty risky because we still are going to set them off, and probably I'll be a cooked bear. So, but if we wait for when the rest of the army gets here, then that might be a better thing.
Is that we lose the advantage of the fire being lit. And it gets closer to daytime, which is more likely that they'll, see through the disguise. Right now it's darker, it'd be easier to go in, but at the same time, like, what do we do once we get in there? We're kind of... I don't know if we can survive 2 hours if we just break the handles and then run.
It's the dragon is the problem. We might be able to
You just
outrun everybody else.
I mean, if we're fighting the
You're
dragon...
kiting the soldiers for 2 hours around like...
Like a Benny Hill montage.
Yes! Oh, I didn't download that.
Is there any way we can enrage the dragon?
Yeah, we could go inside.
Sure.
No, I mean
That'll
enrage
fix
it enough so that it like becomes more primal and doesn't listen to commands, or like it doesn't know who's friend or foe.
You mean like
Run in there and
Barb?
slap it in the face. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure the dragon could take care of most of the problems of everyone else in the castle.
What
Or maybe we just light the stable on fire.
So we approach the the building as returning guards, with some of us invisible.
I think how many?
Visible.
We only got so many of the
I
armors.
think it's 3.
I think.
2 or 3.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
And they're not going to fit on Docker.
Right, there were 6 guards that you killed, but I would say at least 2 of those sets were damaged. I'd give you 4. You could piece together.
I would say Docker and Angie would probably stick out like sore thumbs, so they would be the invisible ones.
I don't know. Did we see minotaurs in their army?
No.
They're all humans.
They're all humans that you could see. If they were elves, they're hiding it under their helmets.
Nazis. I knew it.
So the invisible guys go in first, like as soon as the doors open while we're approaching, right? They go straight to the door levers and try and disable it so that it doesn't close again. And then once we get close enough that we actually interact with them, we have no charisma, so the jig is up. So we run, I guess, and then maybe we don't have to fight them all at once.
How many people are we talking about? Someone take count.
Angie said
At least 10.
9.
9. And is the dragon locked in the stables or just placed in the stables?
I'll go find out.
Unknown.
NG didn't say 9 because there's 6 in the courtyard fighting the fire, and there's 2 each on the towers. So
It's
just
one.
humans, it would be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and then 2 draconians and the leader.
But he only has 10 fingers.
So 15 plus the rider and the Dragonelle are both inside the stables, and he couldn't.
Next time NG comes back with one shoe missing. There's 15.
That's not as bad as a gully dwarf anyway.
Right.
There's two.
Alright.
Well, if we hole up in one of the interior rooms,
The only thing to keep in mind is that I can only maintain visibility for an hour. That's gone.
Can you recast it?
Let me see how many spell slots I have.
When
Is it a
did
third level slot to cast it twice, or to cast it on two people?
Yeah. So I could recast it one time. It could potentially last for 2 hours that way. I also have to maintain concentration on it the entire time too. That's the other thing.
I think NG can get in any way he wants. Jim can ride on someone's shoulder as a spider.
I could get in.
Docker is the one that needs the invisibility. And plus whoever thinks they can dismantle that gate contraption. That might be Docker, but I don't know if there's someone else that makes sense to make invisible to deal with that.
This plan involves knocking on the door, or how is our...
We approach as the returning party they sent out that we killed.
We have
okay.
manacles.
In a panic.
If we have manacles, or we could fake manacles, I guess. We could claim that the Minotaur and the Kender are prisoners. A la
I don't
Star
know that
Wars.
we even need to.
Just because they're going to be invisible? Or because
Well,
you think
because
they're going to
the
be
Docker
accepting of them?
The Docker will be invisible, and
NG
I
can
think
stealth.
NG can just scale a wall. Will be enough of a distraction that he can get in from a different angle at the same time.
I'm gonna
Guys.
try something, and if it accidentally shows you the whole map, that's on me. Just let me know if this works.
Guys, the one problem that I keep having. Hey, whole map.
Yes, but our section's
Except
blacked
black
out.
boxes.
So
Yeah.
insides
Perfect.
are.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You
Um,
can still see edges of tokens in some of the rooms.
Yeah, because they stick to the
Oh,
wall.
yeah.
That's all.
I can fix that.
It's only 2 tokens.
The one thing that keeps popping in my mind, guys, is like, unless this is literally just for getting the gate open and then we're planning on running away, there's only like a dozen-ish people, 15 people in there. They kind of gonna know each other well enough to know that you're not one of them, even if you're wearing the armor.
Right. We're just getting the gate open. The invisible people disable the gate while the rest of us are a distraction. And then...
Are we running away?
We might have to run a little so that we're at least not fighting all of them at once.
The dragon I'm more worried about.
So our key goal is the gate has to be open when the army arrives.
Right, which is why I was thinking we wait for the army to be just about here before we do it, just so that we have that support, because we got a dragon to deal
The
with.
advantage of doing it now is that
We don't have any
half
way
of
to
their group
just
is gonna
bust
be
the
focused
gate.
on the fire.
Right, and I imagine it's an oil fire, so it's going to be difficult to put out.
So we won't have to deal with the whole party, the whole base, if they're stuck fighting the fire.
Invisibility only lasts an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It turns out I can't upcast it because I don't have level 3 slots right now.
You don't have level 3 slots?
Yes, you do.
Well, no, I mean I used them.
Oh,
Oh.
I'll fight.
right.
I can
How
cast
many people?
invisibility
2?
twice. I think that's it.
Is it
No, it'll be one person,
one
at a
per?
time.
Okay.
but I can cast it twice, and then that's it.
But you can only maintain it. Yeah, you can only maintain it on one person at a time. Yeah, okay.
One person for an
Is
hour.
Docker? Does he have a disabled trap or something that he can use to disable the Either of our
We don't-
rogues.
We don't mean Docker smash either.
No.
Not until it's
Skill.
open. Once it's open,
got
no,
it,
it's
I
that's
got
what
it,
we're
I got it.
talking about. They open the door and let us in, and then Docker, well, invisible, and NG, who can either be invisible or just sneak in. He can do that. They can disable the gate mechanism once it's open for us.
Well, how is it opened? Is it a hand crank or what?
Yeah,
It's a
they
hand
have to
crank.
open it from the inside.
Is it
Can't
like
we
like-
just have?
rope based or like gear based or?
Couldn't see the mechanism from the outside.
I
Just see
did
it
though.
being-
See, I remember that specifically. I was in as a spider, and
Oh, you
I-
went in.
Yeah, I remember because I was over where the actual handle was. I
You said it had
took a look at
counterweight
it
system or something?
Oh, okay.
because I had the plan. I even discussed it in the channel that I would wait as a spider, and then once I opened it, I would drop down as a bear and break the handle so they couldn't close it again. And then I came out to tell everybody, and then the building was on fire.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So we'll just kite the dragon out of the stables, and we'll position him right in the middle of the gate, and we'll kill him in that spot. That way, forcing them not to be able to close the door, because
Okay,
the corpse of the dragon will be there.
One thing, since I forgot this because it's been so long, the gate controls require a key to activate them to make them turnable. It looks like you could use, like, a rogue could potentially pick it or jury rig it or whatever you want to call it,
Or
Right.
steal the key.
or steal the key. Right.
NG, you have a mission. Go.
On it.
I mean, once the gate is open, it doesn't matter anymore. We just have to break the mechanism.
Or throw away the key.
Well, they could still
Right.
close it. It would just be locked at that point.
We don't know how many keys they have.
Do you
No,
need
I
the
don't
key
think-
to
no,
open
they
it, or do
can't.
you need the key to operate the mechanism?
I think
It says
you-
open and
Op-
close. Yeah, you need it to
Yeah.
operate it.
So we could open it and then just get rid of the key.
Assuming there's only one key.
Or just keep people away from the, I don't know.
Does anybody have Fireball?
Not yet.
Nope, I did, but I used
No.
those spell slots.
But no available slots. Yeah.
Well, do you
No
have that
available
arcane
slots, my
recovery?
worst nightmare.
Do you
I
have that
I
arcane?
have arcane recovery, don't I? Let's see how that works. I don't know if it works in 2025. Arcane recovery, you gain some of your. Oh, you have to do a short rest.
That's only an hour.
True. There's a short rest.
You go take a nap, Angie will go steal the key.
Oh, the spell
then if
slots
it
can
steals
equal
the
no more than
key-
half your wizard level. My wizard level is 3, so I can't recover a level 3 spell slot.
Oh.
Well, if Angie steals the key before they open the gate, then either he has to open the gate, or
No, your wizard level. Wait. Your wizard level should be 6. You're level 6, right? Or are you level 5?
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
It's
5.
supposed to be
Level
level 6.
Is it round up or round down? Does it say? Round
Level
up.
5.
So you could get a third back. Round up.
Oh, so yeah, I could do that.
And how's your stealth, Brian?
Mine.
Yeah.
I seem to recall making better stealth rolls than people who are supposed to be stealthier.
Hey, Jeremy, can I throw something at you to look at?
It's
Sure.
only a +2.
In regards to who would you be casting that?
Well, it's an object as well, and they're not really clear about what object entails. Like, if I said gate, be smaller so you fall out of your socket and onto the ground, does that work?
Does it have to be a
Ooh.
living target?
No.
No.
It says creature or an object you can see within range. And it can't be worn or carried. That's most of the criteria.
Hmm.
Does it have a size restriction? Or a weight restriction?
I'm trying to see if I can...
It doesn't mention one.
It
No.
doesn't.
It would render the gate. Well, you'd have to.
I would think the gate would basically shrink out of its socket, and then you could push it over if it doesn't just fall over, and even after I break concentration, it would already be out of its socket at that point, so there'd be no closing it again.
Hmm.
I mean, I only thought of using it on a person, to be honest, for the most part, but it seems the rules are a little looser than they used to be on objects.
Right.
But is it
Even
Are
if
you-
you can't,
isolating the
Right.
door as a door, or is it part of the castle?
Right. That's what I'm trying to adjudicate here. I'm googling to see what people.
Right.
if
That's
anyone
why I
else has
wanted
ever
to throw
done
it at
something
you.
like
you
that.
can't
so-
shrink. It's 2 doors. You would only shrink one, so they'd leave half.
That's true, and I would say if that did happen, it's going to be a bitch to get the door back on, because you can't just put it in there and hope when it enlarges again, it's just going to fit back into place.
How
So
long
it'll
would you
effectively
say-
render the gate unusable,
I
even
mean,
by
that's
the
all we need to do. That's our
right,
mission.
but it right, but I think part of the mission was so that Raven could use it against the dragon
well-
armies.
They wanted
Too late because there's a fire.
Well, that's true. I remember somebody already said. I thought we were supposed to not do any harm to the
Right.
to the keep.
Alternatively, you could enlarge a gear in the door mechanism.
Yeah.
But I think that would be the same
Probably
thing.
just- Yeah, but we're supposed to disable or destroy the door mechanism anyway, so
But we have
Or
to
the key, if the key is visible, when they open it.
make it too big.
a gear would probably be easier to replace than an entire door.
But we still got to get it open.
Well, yeah, and if we destroyed the gear, then it would destroy other things in there when we enlarged it, so it would destroy the whole mechanism. So either way, door fucked. And door wouldn't open if the mechanism's broken. So my idea was, if we could actually take the door down, it's not going to destroy it. It possibly could be repaired, but it would be
Right.
open and unclosable.
but weren't we supposed to break the door?
No, you're just supposed to
Mechanism.
be able to get it open so they can get in,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
because they want to use the fort. I will say this, Jim. I have made a decision, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
So I will find out, is what you're saying?
So you will find out if you choose to use this tactic. Yes.
Okay.
First, you gotta fuck around.
Then you find out.
Then we'll find out.
Well, I'm not NG, so...
You can't find out till you fuck around. That's true. That sounds like a T-shirt. You can't find out till you fuck around.
Burn it.
Speaking of
It's a
energy,
common Kender saying, "Fuck around and find out." It's meant in a positive way.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to find out.
well, speaking of NG, it seems to me the simplest solution is have NG sneak in, lockpick the lever to open it just a little bit so that people could kind of shimmy in and then break off the handle.
Yeah, but again, that'll render the door useless for the people that want to occupy it.
They can probably repair the handle pretty easily, though. Then.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, but then the door is open only a little bit, so the army has to go in like one person at a time, so that doesn't really...
True.
Yeah. I have a funny feeling we're making this way harder than it needs to be, but
Of course.
Possible.
we usually do.
That's it. It's like Shadowrun. You need 2 sessions to plan and 1 session for it to go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to use plant growth. Fill the place with plant matter that will catch fire and burn the rest of the place down. Problem solved.
Anything wood or cloth is gone.
Or
And
flesh.
fleshy. Yep.
I still think it's dumb that the kitchen is made out of wood.
Yeah,
Everything
you
else
know-
is stone. It's fucking.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could do that. You could do that plant growth thing on the door, Jim.
It was
and then
added
they're-
later.
They're going to be forced to do maintenance, open the door, and clear away all the crap. So, some extended door maintenance. I don't know, something.
And just so you know, Brian, that wasn't my idea. If you look, you can see it. It's literally made of wood.
Yeah, no, I can see it now. Yeah.
And
I
fire
don't
on my
understand, that's
view.
what the text said.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Does it float?
Just counter.
In fact, by this time, well, you can't see it anyway. But yeah, the smoke is pretty strong.
Does that kitchen weigh the same as a duck?
No, it's
Well,
heavier.
it must be because it's made of wood,
Hmm.
and therefore a witch.
All right, so
Burning it was the right thing to do.
I am suggesting we will not know if it will work or not, but I'm assuming the repercussions of it failing might not be terrible. That I sneak
Actually,
up
that could probably be.
and see whether I can make the
Oops!
gate.
Damn it.
Yay!
There, I'll fix it.
It's nighttime. It is nighttime.
That I make it so that
Oh,
the
yeah.
gate shrinks and hopefully can be knocked out if it doesn't just fall down on its own. Does anybody feel
Sure.
strongly about that in any way?
How long does it stay shrunken?
Until I stop concentrating on it or somebody bashes me on the head and forces me to stop concentrating on it.
Would it be small enough that one of us, or a couple of us, could grab it and run away with it?
Possibly, though I don't know that it would help us to do so, but yes.
The door?
Yeah,
What size category is the door?
really large.
It
now.
changes size category, so it would
Right,
just go
right.
down one
But
size
what is
category.
it starting? I guess
Yeah,
it's
I
a
fixed
DM question.
I fix. Sorry, I was fixing the map. Say that again.
What size category is the door? Or a door?
The door, I would
Just
say, is
one door.
huge, right? Because large is
So down the
is
large.
10 by 10, so huge would be. Oh no, I guess I guess it'd be large. Yeah, 10 foot. Yeah, it'd be large.
It's only the one door. It wouldn't be.
So
both.
down to medium. So
Right.
it'd be the size of a normal door.
Yeah, it
normal
would definitely
household
fall
door.
off its hinges and flop onto the ground for sure.
And then we'll just have NG steal it.
Steal the whole door.
I haven't figured out what the point of stealing the door is yet. Can somebody explain this to me?
If your concentration should lapse, they don't have it to put it back on.
I don't think they can
And thus
put it
the
back on.
door is open.
Yeah, because even when it goes back to normal size, it's not going to be connected to the mechanisms anymore, so it's going to require
Right.
actual taking
But
apart.
If it's
To
a
get the
few
door back
hours
in.
before the
We're just
army shows
we're
up.
just guaranteeing it.
Right.
Right, I see what you're saying.
So it will
So-
probably
so
be Docker
yeah.
to carry it. I have little wimpy arms.
Plus, wouldn't it be hilarious seeing the looks on their faces to see me running off with their door?
No, we'll make you invisible so the door just looks like it shrank and ran away.
That's totally believable.
All right, I'm all for this. I want to see this.
So are we doing this now or later?
I do it now.
All right, I am going to. By the way, is there a place that looks like that once I get over to the building, I could get relatively hidden and see the door?
Your best bet would be to literally stand flush against the edge of the
Right here.
building.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. All right.
and as long
So
as no one's looking directly over the side, yeah.
all right. So I will spend a spell slot. Well, no, I never changed out of spider form. I will go over there and get close to the wall. And
someone invisible
Yes.
Docker.
well, we want to see if the door comes off first before we send Docker over, right?
Yes and no.
No. Okay.
Because if you do it and it does work, and they see that the door has shrunk, then they're gonna come right to it and be like, well, "What the fuck's up with the door? We gotta put the door back up." So you want Docker to grab it before they notice that it's shrunken.
But this will be invisible Docker, right?
Right, that's the idea.
Okay. So,
So-
invisible Docker, how will I know you're at the door? You want me to wait a certain count?
He'll move.
I guess I'll knock on the door
Okay.
or say something to you.
Well, you're going to be over by the door, over here.
If you're a
'Cause I'm gonna
spider,
be
you can
looking
ride
from
on his
here.
shoulder.
I'm not
You
going to
won't
be a
see
spider
him.
when I cast a spell. I can't cast a spell as a
Right,
spider.
but you can hop off of him once you get.
Right,
to
but
the
I
door.
still won't see him. So what I'm saying is I'm going to stop here and I'm going to be hidden. And he's going to go to the door, and I don't want to do it until he's at the door. So I'm just asking him how we're going to work out between the two of us to know he's at the door. So, do you want me to count to a certain number, or are you going to actually knock on the door?
I think it's a short enough space that you can cast it while he's walking to the door.
Is that what you want to do, Docker?
I'll say something, or maybe I'll make a mark in the ground. Dig a little, or I don't know. They'll know I'm there.
Stomp his hoof.
Move.
Stop your hooves and kick up some dust. Make a dust cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. Then this is what we will do.
All
right.
Say the word.
And
now,
Jeremy's
cast invisible.
laughing and smiling to himself, so the door's not going to shrink.
You don't know that.
Oh no,
I
I
know
Laughing
I
at
know
the
it.
absurdity of the plan.
It is such an absurd plan. That's true.
Convoluted. I love it.
It is unorthodox.
That's a way to put it.
It's born of desperation.
They're less likely to notice with the fire going anyway.
All right, so Brian's down. I mean, Brian's down a spell slot. Docker's
Yep.
invisible. What's the range? Do you have to
Thir-
stay within a certain range of
I
him?
have to get within 30 feet of the door.
No, I mean, does Brian have to be
Invisibility.
within range of?
I think once I cast it, it's good. Cast this tradition. It has a range of touch to cast it. I wish
And
I
it
could
doesn't
see
say anything
the
about.
details without having to look it up in the compendium.
You could do
Hmm.
show more. It shows you the rest of it.
Creature
Yeah,
you touch has
yeah.
invisibility till the condition until the spell ends. And then immediately the target makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell. So yeah, I guess
Okay.
it just works. Once it's cast.
Perfect. Just making sure Docker doesn't confidently walk away from you and suddenly appear when he gets 30 feet from you.
Thinks he's invisible and just keeps going.
Just strutting toward the castle. All right. Docker, give me. Nah, you know what? No, don't worry about it. What's the minimum stealth you can roll? Probably at least a 5. Because with the commotion in the keep and everything else, I would say that no one's going to hear you approach.
It would be a 3, I think.
Really. Give me a roll then, with advantage.
Okay, so then
Don't roll a 1.
normal.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're quiet enough. You don't trip over a stick and ram your horns in the side of the building or anything like that. You approach up to the edge of the door, kick the ground a little bit so that Rin knows you're there,
And I am casting the spell.
and you cast enlarge reduce on the door. All right, you're on the one right in front of Docker. What's the
Yes,
range on the spell?
It's 30.
Okay, so you're easily.
I think it's actually the door over there, but I can move up.
Oh,
if
okay.
He's gonna be. He'll
Okay.
see the door go down.
All right, there is a momentary shudder as the mechanism protests against the door as it slowly shrinks down a size and starts toppling toward Docker.
Catch.
Docker, I want you to make an athletics roll to catch it before it slams into the ground.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. You catch it. So from anyone else's viewpoint, the door just starts to lean, and then about 70-degree angle, whatever, it just stops. At this point, Rin and Docker both hear a voice up on the keep going, "Hey, what's going on?" And
Docker's just
you-
going to be.
this human up here
If
looking down.
that guy's
That is my cue to.
visible in the tower from the ground, he's in range. I can shoot him.
Okay, Docker's going to start running away with the door.
I am going to use a spell slot to convert back to a spider and walk away. Fire away.
All right, now Chris, you're technically not as close to the keep as your tokens are right now. You guys are actually 100 feet away in the tree line, so he's probably still within long range, which is what 500 feet or whatever.
Something like that.
But he's definitely not within short range. This is just so you could be on the map. All right, so Docker, you're running
With the
Okay.
door.
I want. Should I roll initiative or no? Okay, let's just theater of the mind this, right? As you're running away, Rin turns back into a spider very quickly, stuck to the side of the keep. As you see, basically, oops. Well, let's say a couple guys are too dumbfounded to know what to do. 4 of them are running toward the door, as well as the base commander. Here, you can move Docker if you want. They come running out, and they're like watching the door run off, going, "What the hell?" And they're gonna take. And the commander goes, "Get the door!" And these 4 are gonna start chasing the fleeing door, which is running toward the tree line.
Jeremy,
Yes.
long range is 600 feet.
Yeah.
And because of sharpshooter, it does not impose disadvantage.
So yes, he's in range then. But do you wish to roll initiative?
Yes, I wish to
All right.
use superiority die.
Okay.
I believe I have. It's weird because
I'm
some
gonna-
of them are under combat and some of them are under trades or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
There is a little spider in that token.
Yeah, it's the art that Jim gave me.
It's so tiny.
All right, so I'm gonna say Docker has gotten to like here by the time the guards come out.
Where he's running towards us.
I assume. Which way are you running, Docker? I mean, not that the map really has a lot of room to go vertically, anyway.
Yeah. I guess we probably didn't think to decide that previously, did we? I will not be running toward them. I will be running off in a different direction. Maybe just straight north.
Okay. All right. Well, a quick glance over your shoulder, you realize that there are. We'll put you there. That there are 4 guards in pursuit. So they're either going to eventually catch you if all you're going to do is run with the door, or you're going to have to either stop and fight and break the invisibility. You have this thought as you're running with the door over your head and you hear 4 guys shouting, "Come back! Come back, door!"
Well, can they really catch me, given I'm a
What's-
rogue with mobile?
Oh, true. What's your speed and how long can you maintain it?
Well, 40 is my base speed, and I can do dashes on bonus actions, so
Okay.
I
have
could
dark vision?
move up.
So if they're moving
No.
at 60 maximum and you're moving,
Remember, it's the middle of the night.
120? Right.
You're running in the dark.
With a door.
Right. Well,
That is true.
it's mostly an open field until you get to the trees. So I would say in 2 rounds at 120 feet of movement, you could get to the trees.
That's
About
fair.
3 times faster than they can catch you.
If it's just 4 of them following me, well, maybe I'll wait around and see. If after a round just 4 are following me, I might start leading them toward the rest of the group so we could pick them off.
Yeah. Well, the rest of you can see the base commander, or who you assume is the base commander, standing in the now vacant door frame, and he's looking around like, "How the hell did that happen?" Like he's poking at the mechanism, trying to see what is there any kind of visible sign of damage. And the guards that were visible on the tower are actually out, like scanning the horizon actively now. Like they know something's up, not necessarily what.
Hey, we've already gone crazy. Why don't you go for a cliff, hold onto the door, and fly?
I mean, everything else has worked so far.
Cowabunga, says the surfing cow.
All right, so you guys see the door has taken off to the north, and about a round later has decided to veer toward where you are in the trees. The guards are rapidly falling behind, but they haven't lost sight of the door yet. Docker, do you have any other actions? You get to the tree line. Quick glance over your shoulder, you see the guards are about 2 rounds behind you.
Am I close to the others? Or...
You know where they are. They're probably within 100 feet of you.
Okay.
Just realistically, before I drag this off onto another map. Okay.
Talking doesn't remove the invisibility, correct?
No.
Okay. Once I'm close enough, I'll kind of call out to them, "Hey, do you want them near you, or take them away?"
And you guys can hear that, and you could answer without the guards necessarily hearing you, because you are still distant. Are you taking any actions once you're in the tree line, Docker, besides free speaking action?
Not really. No, other than perhaps, well, hopefully the door provides effective cover from arrows anyway.
So you plant the door in the ground and you're hiding behind it. Suddenly there's a door in the woods. Where's it?
Clearly it goes to Narnia.
Right.
Or maybe it goes to the wardrobe?
All right, well then why don't we... Let's see. I don't want to drag this off to another battle map to lay it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys down here just to figuratively represent how far away they are from where you are in the tree line. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. So if you guys are all over there, Docker's right about... Oh, I said 100 feet. Let's see. I'm going to move you guys over like this. So this is where you are. That's where Docker is. Rin is probably basically perched on the side of the keep still. Because as a spider, you're not going to cross that distance anytime soon. So everybody can roll initiative. These guys are coming towards you. Let's see. Why can't I find it? Because I'm stupid. It's right in front of me.
Hey, Jeremy?
Yes.
This is obviously your call, but I realized something. It says for the duration, the spell enlarge reduces a creature object you could see within range.
What's the range?
30 feet.
Oh, so once you get 30 feet away from the wall, The door
Well,
would
that's
turn
for
back into a
targeting,
full-size
though,
door.
right?
Sorry, what?
Would it? Why would it change shape? I assume that's for
If he leaves
targeting,
the
not
range of the
for.
spell.
Okay.
The largest reduces to the range. I see what you're saying.
I'm saying,
It
like,
is-
you might want
it
to
is in the way
judge
you
on
word it.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, judge it appropriately. I just wanted to.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. You would know that there's a question on whether or not it's going to turn back into full size. You wouldn't necessarily want it to turn back into full size only 30 feet away from the keep. because
So I
then they
would
will
jump on
easily
our
retrieve it.
invisible friend.
So instead, you jump on the Docker as he runs by. So there's a spider
Okay.
on his shoulder. I like that.
Okay.
And you're yelling into his ear, "Go left, go left, go right, go right." Full Ratatouille action. All right. So has everybody who's going to has rolled initiative? Yes. Did you roll, Jim? Were you going to act?
Well, I was away from the keyboard,
Ah, okay.
so
Just
I forgot.
checking before I do the
I am bad boy.
organized by discern.
Bad. I got 22.15, but I did not show up on the tracker.
Did you not click your token? Oh, duh. All right. Let me add turn. Damn it. Okay, 22. Go descending. So you are at the start of the whole round. What would you like to do, if anything?
Okay, so just because I was so concentrated on that, did we say that we were going towards them and they said yes? Come, let them
I
get
think
attacked.
it's a little late. I think Docker's just making his way towards us at this point.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't
he's-
really enter.
Yeah, Docker's gotten to the tree line and has kind of shouted out to you, "Should I come over there?"
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of. Are you?
Where did I put them away?
100?
105.
All right, so I am going to cast
They'd be
conjure
more like
animals.
that. Conjure animals. Ooh, okay.
What are you upset about?
Because I'm hoping that this will be distracting to these people. Yeah, I want to cast it. Can you cast it, please?
What?
So basically, I'm making a spiritual-looking wolf.
Why'd I roll that? All right, so you can conjure one animal.
Let's see. Conjure spirit animals such as a large pack of spectral, intangible animals within range. Pack lasts for the duration. Okay, so a pack of wolves.
Keep in mind the door would get large again.
No, because it's not a concentration. Oh, it is a concentration. I looked on the friggin'. I'm on the friggin' book and it doesn't say concentration.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm not real pleased with their product. The web page sucks. Alright, I do not do this. I will just do nothing.
okay. Hold in action, I guess.
Yes.
All right, so which guy is next? This one is going to move, basically a double move, and that's his turn. Bezel.
It's weird because they put the some of the maneuvers are under combat and some of them are under breaks or whatever. So it's like, okay, when you hit. So we'll see if we hit first. I'm gonna shoot at the one in front.
Okay, the one that's dared to approach you. That is definitely a hit.
Are they both?
Oh, yep, they are both hits.
So I'm gonna
So he is
use
slowed effectively.
distracting strike.
Let me click on slow. Ooh, distraction. Giving your allies an opening. And you can add the superiority die to the damage roll. Okay. Well, you can roll 2 damages plus a superiority die. Okay, that's wow. Okay, that's yep.
Was it the superiority die? It was a D8, I think.
Sounds right.
Check.
Well, guess what? Doesn't matter what you roll, you kill him.
Oh, cool.
But look it up for next time. All right, that makes it Kale's turn. That's you, Brian. Did you go AFK?
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
Oh, okay. Because your camera's not on, so we went.
Yeah, I went AFK, but then forgot to turn my camera on. I'm a noob.
We all are.
I can't hit anything from here. Well, wait a minute. Maybe with a cantrip I can. Magic missile. Scorching Ray. Ooh! I'll do Scorching Ray. 3 fiery rays. Each one deals 2d6. Okay. So. Combat. Oh, I gotta figure out what my targets are. You know what? I'll send one at each of them. The guys down at the bottom there.
Okay.
I'll automatically cast all.
All right, just give me 1 second. I'm doing something real quick. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Anyway,
The first 3 numbers are the attack rolls, and then the following 3 are damage.
right. The first one misses. The second 2 hit. Are they all on the same guy or one on each?
One on each.
Okay,
So the one that misses will be the guy on the top left, I guess.
Okay.
The other 2 get
So
hit.
he takes 5, and he takes 6. And it's not their turn yet, but they are basically looks like they're going to stop running as they realize they're under fire. NG. Doug, you're up. If you have an action.
Yeah. That's a long ass way.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, just manipulating the map a little bit. All right. My move is where would I find my move? Damn it.
It's 30 feet, I think, or 25. You're a Kender.
Oh, okay.
Why did
It's
that
40.
work? It's 40. Oh, rogue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Ruler. There it is. Okay. I move there, and
Okay.
then wait.
Wait. All right. This guy is going to move 30 feet. I don't know why it's doing 39 point something. That's weird. And he, let's see. Obviously can't see Docker. He can see a door, but it's in the trees now, so it's hard to spot. Can't really see anybody. So with disadvantage, he's just gonna huck a javelin in the general direction of the door.
Says your package was delivered. I'm gonna go downstairs and see if I can find it.
Yeah, a javelin just comes sailing toward where you three are clustered, but it doesn't land anywhere close. It just thunk, hits the ground. Docker.
Well, Docker's just going to keep on running another, say 80 feet northward.
Okay, so you're still heading deeper into the trees?
Yeah.
Okay. So then...
Where's the tree line with us?
I'd say right about where the
I'm just-
Wheel Watch outpost, where Wheel Watch is written, would be like where the trees start. So you're just inside the ring right now. Or just inside the tree line, I mean.
All right, I'm just gonna prepare an action. If they get within melee range, I'm gonna hit. I don't think they will, but
Okay. Alright, this guy's gonna... Why is it doing... That's so strange. Here we go. He's gonna do his double move because he's lost sight of the door. And this guy as well is gonna do that. Again, why is it doing... No, don't go backwards, dummy. Like that. And Rin, you are riding the door and the Docker. Wow, that's a big circle. Remember, this isn't relative to the castle at the moment.
I know, but you see this radius here?
Yeah?
that's your
Yeah.
fireball.
No.
Yes.
But I don't want it there. I think I want it centered further away. Let me do from edge. See how I can do
Okay.
it. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. That's 100-foot diameter. It's supposed to be 100-foot radius. So,
Jeez.
basically about, let's say 20 feet from where we are, in the direction of the bad guys, I want the center to be, because I can't draw it because it's not big enough. And I want to do plant growth, which has 150-foot range, 100-foot radius. All plants grow and become thick and overgrown, creating a movement problem for them.
Wow. That's massive.
It is absolutely insane.
100-foot radius sphere. What the fuck? Okay.
Reach the castle?
No, because the castle's technically way behind the guys,
Well, I
not
know, I just
to the
don't
side.
know. I know.
Oh,
that
it
these
might
guys
it
are
might be on the walkway to the castle. It might start.
Yeah,
growing up
I don't
around.
technically want it on the walkway, and it's the plants that exist, but the idea is basically to slow them to quarter speed as they chase
Wow. Okay.
within that space.
4 speed and move for each 1 foot. Wow, that's crazy. So they can move what, 15 every round at double move? Okay. Yeah, the grass just starts shooting up out of the ground. And it becomes the long grass from Jurassic Park 2. With all the raptors crawling around in it. And you see the men start to slog, and they're looking around like they're starting to panic. What the hell is going on over here? I wish there was a morale system in 5th edition.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good turn.
Homebrew it.
So Bezel,
Wisdom save.
wisdom save for Bezel?
But no, wisdom save for morale.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Did you look it up, or is that just a
No, I'm
good
just
educated
making a guess.
Yeah.
Making a guess.
2 more arrows. I think I'm gonna split the. I'll do the dude in the front, one on him, and one on the dude behind him.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm googling morale because now I'm curious. All right, so you're shooting what? 2 arrows?
Yes, the guy in front, and the second one will go on the guy right behind him.
Okay. That's a miss. That's not a miss. 7 damage. Okay. That's it, right?
Yep.
Kale.
I guess I'll fire a firebolt at the guy that's closest.
Okay. That's a miss.
Okay, that's it for me.
All right, Genji, it's back to you.
All right.
So the Dungeon Master's Guide, if you put morale in the compendium, brings up the morale system. If you care.
Interesting. I actually just Googled it, but yeah, that's...
Okay, is it possible for me to make my move sneakily?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to escape detection of the captain guy.
Wait,
do you
what
mean to roll?
about the captain guy? I'm sorry, I was reading something.
He's at the door. I don't know which direction he's.
Right,
looking,
but
I wanna sneak past him.
right now the castle relative to the combat is
Off
actually
map,
way further back.
basically.
But if you want to spend your turn just approaching the castle, then for this round you're just closing the distance.
Okay. Well, my aim is to continue to
Sneak
go
in.
around. Yeah, not toward him, but straight.
Right. And just right
Yeah.
in and into the courtyard or whatever.
No. I mean,
Oh.
like,
You want to go around
behind
the
this
backside?
tower. Yeah.
Oh,
behind that.
hide outside the tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, it'll take at least another round to get that close.
Yeah.
All
Have to
right.
walk around the growth.
Right. Okay, this guy is going to move his whole 15 feet, which is a double move. I am going to give them partial cover because of all the grass. They're a little bit harder to see now. But only a little bit. It's only going to add 2 to their armor class. Doc, are you still running?
Sharpshooter ignores.
Right, ignores that. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot about something.
What?
Fireball.
Potent cantrip. Your damage and cantrips affect creatures even though avoid the brunt of the effect. If you cast a cantrip at a creature and miss with the attack roll, the target or the target's a seasonal save the cantrip. The target takes half the damage, if any.
Oh.
So the
So the guy
still
that
take a
you
half
shot
of
at.
it. Yeah.
So I'll take a point because you rolled a 3. I'll give him 2. We'll round up.
All right.
Kind and generous and all that.
It's not much, but it might matter.
Right. Docker is still running.
Open up.
Yeah. I think I'll find a good place to stow this door that is somewhat concealable, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yep. If you want to make a
Behind a
stealth check,
tree.
that's your action.
So I'm not trying to conceal myself, but the
Right, I know.
door, should I make that with my disadvantage from armor or no?
No. No, because you're
Okay.
finding a place to bury it under bushes and shit. All right. The passive perception for these guys to stumble across the door is 5. He stood the door behind a tree. It's like that classic bear behind the tree hiding.
Exactly.
You tried to
Okay.
you
But-
tried to put it sideways, so if you're looking directly at the tree, it's hidden. But
So they have
anywhere
dark
else, you
vision
can
and a
see
light
it.
source.
They do not.
Disadvantage.
That's right.
But then I'll
No.
start running back toward the rest of the group.
Okay. Then still waiting.
Oh, yes, sorry. I keep forgetting my name is Ven for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not waiting, holding. Not
Oh.
holding.
Yeah.
Right. Preparing.
Preparing. Okay. Well, this guy's going to move up 15 feet. And this guy's going to move up 15 feet. And at the top of the round, there is a screech in the air. And landing atop this tower appears the rider and his mount. And they are surveying. And it's not exactly difficult to see a 200-foot radius of high grass with 3 soldiers wading through it and the occasional arrow and fireball shooting out of the tree line. So you figure at the end of this combat round, it's probably going to attempt to close the distance. So Ren, you are still on Docker's shoulder, right? I'm going to put you back here, Docker, because you ran straight ahead and now you're running back.
Is he still invisible?
Yes.
Hey,
He
He hasn't attacked yet, so he's still invisible.
He's still Docker.
But there's still a tiny visible spider floating along on me.
Yes,
Close
I don't think they would
enough
see
to
that in the dark.
spider.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not yet.
Well, I think I will hop off from our friend here, stop concentrating on that spell, and start making my way towards the group of people that we have here,
Okay,
which is these people.
that's right.
That's all I'm going to do for the moment, because most of my stuff will not work at the distances we are still at.
Why is this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Popping out some stats. Here we go. Okay. Bezel.
So that tower's 600 feet away,
Yeah,
within range.
I'd say within range, yeah.
What do you recommend? I go for the dragon or the rider? Do you have to target them individually, or do you just target it as a whole?
You have to target individually. They have very different armor classes.
Jamie, our tactician, recommendation?
He went AFK for a minute.
Oh.
Oh, the dragon's a bigger target, but the guy might be more squishy.
And when the guy's dead, then the dragon's less of a threat, maybe? Maybe he flies away? I don't know.
Possibly.
Well, if he keeps attacking without a...
You don't have a lot of time to decide. You got 6 seconds.
Well, I know what I'm doing. I'm attacking the driver. I'm just trying to find the thing.
The rider? Okay.
Okay. I just had to read another maneuver thing.
Let's do this. Ooh, that's a miss. That's a hit.
I'm going to use Superiority die to use the precision attack, which lets me roll the superiority die and add it to the attack roll
Okay.
for that missed shot.
For the 12. Okay. And it doesn't add to the damage, I don't think.
No.
Okay, well, that makes it a hit. So roll both damages. 12. That's pretty good. And 7. So 19 damage to the rider. Donk. Takes a couple arrows in the shoulder. And you can see far off, like, he starts looking around. Or realizes that he's been spotted or whatever. And
Yeah, you're in range, buddy.
a little shock.
Figured if he's gonna attack next round, we may as well get started.
All right, Kale.
Same as before, I'll try and fire both with one here.
Okay.
Nope. That's a miss.
But he still takes half damage, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. Do you get multiple? Oh, no, it just does more damage.
It just does, yeah,
Okay.
damage.
Yeah, because cantrips are weird.
Mhm.
Is that your action? We move to NG?
Yep.
NG.
I'm going to target the rider as well. My hoop pack.
Okay. Wow. All right. So
Jesus.
roll the crit damage,
Ooh, get who packed.
right?
How do I roll
sneak
crit
attack?
damage?
There's a button in the chat here that says crit damage. And I don't know if you've got attack already checked, but
Oh, sorry, I was just in the wrong tab. Oh, there we go.
wow. All right. 26 damage. That's a solid hit. That would have killed any of these foot soldiers. Unfortunately, this
Nice
is not a
work.
foot soldier. Whack! Right in the helmet. It smacks him with a hoopak. You can almost see the dent from there, and you realize that you have his attention now. And you are much
Um,
closer than the rest of your friends.
Can I hide as a bonus action?
Yes, but you're in the middle of the open right now.
Run
Okay.
to the overgrowth.
Yeah, there's a lot of overgrowth, but it's going to kill your movement rate. But I'd say you could hide in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Just
to hide
nice.
it. Unless you have a special ability, I think you need to break line of sight like completely,
Hmm.
Just
like
literally
full
just
cover.
dive into the bushes right at the edge of the overgrowth.
Drop prone.
Yeah.
It's free action.
If
I'm
you
gonna
use
drop-
your bonus action to dash, I would say you could get to the edge of the keep here, but then you can't hide because you used your bonus action to dash.
I'll do that anyway.
Okay, so you run over to the edge and basically dive behind the building. Okay, that goes to this guy. Is going to move, wading through the bushes. Stalker.
Okay, I guess Docker's going to start moving toward the Dragonelle, so put me wherever, as far as you would say I can go, close to him.
Heading toward the group, or heading toward where are you heading back to? Or back toward the keep?
I guess I wouldn't know he's going toward
Well, you don't know where he's
Entry
going.
now, so I guess I'll go toward the group and actually, let's see if he's there. Okay, it might be hard. Hmm. Okay, so 20 feet. I wish I had a longer ranged weapon. I should have picked up a crossbow. If I can, I'm going to move to the square that I'm pointing at now.
That close to the keep, you can't this turn.
Okay.
You ran for 3 turns to get away from the keep.
Okay,
The
good
keep
point.
isn't where it is in relation to us.
Right. It is in relation to NG at the moment, but it isn't for the rest of
Right.
you.
Okay, I guess I'll stop there if I can, and I will hold an action to throw a dart at the Dragon Rider if it gets within,
Well, we've still got these 3
normal
dudes in the
range.
bushes here.
which is 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Then.
I don't know Docker's there, correct?
Right. He's still invisible.
Well, you might see the tall grass swaying a little.
Yeah, but he's a
he-
human without dark vision, and
exactly.
it's
I'm gonna stay doing the same thing.
nighttime. Okay. This guy, which guy? This guy, another 15. And this guy, another 15. They're like every effort they can just to wade through this grass, trying to chop at it with their swords. Maybe kind of crouching a little bit because they're worried they're going to get shot at. At the top of the round, I'm going to add initiative for these two. And then reorder. Okay, Rin, top of the round.
Okay, so I have a couple questions because I'm unclear
Yes.
of where we are in relation with the expanded map spacing.
Yeah,
How far away are we actually, like where I am from?
Are you
these
still?
various
You got
things?
off Docker, right?
Yes, and I was walking myself because I didn't know he was going that way.
Why are you clicking
Okay.
on?
Are you still a spider?
At the moment, which gives me a 30 speed,
Oh wow,
I think.
you can
Yeah.
move fast.
So
as a...
we're in continuity with these 3 dudes over here, but the
I'm-
keep and NG are like
I'm
almost
gonna
off
just
the map.
just to make this easy. Yeah. Basically, if I was to draw a line, everything is accurate on each side of the line. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay. So the guys that are on the tower are
So for
much
the
further
scale,
away.
yes, they're like 500 feet, or maybe not quite that far, but they're at least 300 feet away.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
So these guys are within my range. So the second question is, can I see these guys well enough to target them in the dark?
Yes, because technically there's no penalties for darkness except 2 perception checks. So you can see them to target them, but they do have partial cover.
Okay.
Which is only +2. But when they're wearing scale mail, +2 is a big deal.
Okay.
Or can
You
be.
still a spider?
He
Well,
is still a spider, yeah.
I'm
want a
I'm going to be
3
changing
or-
that. I'm going to be changing that. I just wanted to know if I'd be able to see them or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to cast Moonbeam. Well, I'm going to drop my form and cast Moonbeam on that guy first. Actually, I could do it here and hit both of those 2 guys. So yeah, right there between them.
How big is Moonbeam?
It is a 5-foot radius.
And where'd you put it?
I was putting it here.
5 foot
that
radius, so
Right
4 by
between the
4?
2 guys.
Is it 4 by 4? Is that how it works?
I mean 2 by 2, because 5 foot radius would be
Yeah.
2 by 2, right?
I thought it was going to be 5 feet either direction. So do I have to just hit one of them then?
Yes, I believe
Okay.
it's
That's fine.
yeah.
Okay. So just the guy in the front then.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Oops. No. It's like that. I don't know where these animated spell templates came from that I have, but it's cool.
Freebie.
I've never seen
Right, yeah.
I've never seen a moonbeam with right angles though.
I know that's what it gave me was a square. So
Let's say a square.
it does make it easier to tell what's hit.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, so this is a
save.
5-foot radius, 40-foot high beam. Of light.
Ow.
So look over there.
All right. Well, he fails the saving throw. How much damage does he take?
Measly 5.
Oh, it's targeting the damn moonbeam. There we go. Okay.
The moonbeam
How long
the
did-
one that stays there and then you can move it around, or is that something
Yeah.
different?
I can concentrate on it and keep moving
Unless
it.
he loses concentration, right? Which means Docker becomes. Oh no! I was thinking something else.
Oh, it's half damage on successful anyway. So
So you are now not a spider.
yes, that's correct. I'll change it. So
There,
okay.
I gotcha. I was already in the middle of doing it. All right, so that makes it Bezel's turn.
And the dragon hasn't moved yet.
Not yet. It goes on its turn.
He can take 2 more arrows.
Yeah. The dragon or the rider?
The rider.
Okay, that is 2 successful hits. Ooh, okay. Not dead. But now he's got like 4 or 5 arrows sticking out of him and he looks really bad. The commander has rushed inside the tower by this point. Okay, that makes it Kale.
All right, same as before. That guy that's in the moonbeam.
Okay. That's a
Probably
miss,
not.
but he still takes 4.
I love that I keep missing but doing damage anyway.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's awesome. All right, the dragon takes flight. Now, because of how far away you are, it's going to take him 2 rounds to close the distance. So for the end of this turn, he's effectively in the air, I'll say right here.
Just a little bit closer.
Don't be shy.
All right, NG.
All right. Oh. Bringing myself here.
Okay.
Do I still have line of sight for that guard person?
The boss guy? This guy? Or the one up on the
No.
tower?
Um,
You can see
Okay.
this guy on the tower, but only because he's standing close to the railing. You can see this draconian on the tower as well. And you can see this guy, and you can actually see these 2 guys still trying to fight the fire.
okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna go.
But at this point, it looks like they've lost.
I'm going to shoot at the captain dude.
Okay.
Better taunt him to make sure.
Yeah. Like, hey, fuckhead.
You have advantage because he doesn't see you attacking.
All right. I better switch that over. Damn it. There we go.
That's a miss. Actually, I'll say that's a hit because his shield wouldn't be up if he's
Okay.
not expecting the attack. So you can roll damage with your sneak. It's there, 17. That's a hit. Now you have his attention. Do you have a bonus action?
Can I hide?
You can.
Like, dive over here.
Yeah, make a hide roll or a stealth roll.
All right. Nope, I kept the
Holy shit.
advantage.
Okay. That's your turn. This guy sees the moonbeam. Sees. Can he see Docker? No. Docker's still invisible?
I believe he is.
Yeah. Okay, so he's just going to keep moving.
Run
Doesn't
into
have
the
much
light.
other. Yeah, well, he's not going to move toward the light.
Oh,
He's smarter than that. And then the officer can't go yet because he's. Oh, actually, he can. But who can he see? Let's see. Bezel is a long range array. So he takes a shot at Bezel with disadvantage with a heavy crossbow, which has a range of 400 feet. And hits a 17.
Hmm.
So it looks like you take 13 points of damage, 10 piercing, and 3 of its fire damage as the bolt seems to ignite as it leaves the crossbow and just its beacon of fire sailing through the air straight towards you until it embeds in your hip.
How much?
13. And he takes a second attack. Oh no, he gets. He can't. Okay, never mind. He gets one of those. Docker.
I think I will again hold my action to throw a dart at the rider if he gets within 20 feet, which, well, I guess I'll move a little closer as well, but that's it for me.
Okay. Then.
I'm gonna move up to this guy because he's within my movements. And hit him like a bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna say at this point, just the two guys in the back are still in the tall grass. I know I never drew it on the map, but that's about where it was.
Crap.
He's illuminated in moonlight, taking multiple half firebolt hits. And now he's going to die.
Well, I shouldn't have rolled. That would have been a 12.
Oh, you're right. Because the advantage is he doesn't have advantage. So that is a miss.
Do I get a second attack at 5th level?
You at 5th
Yes.
level you should, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's... Do I?
Should. Fighter, yeah.
Alright.
That's a hit.
21.
That's a dead soldier. Bonk. Alright, and that's your turn, I think.
Yep.
This Dragon Army soldier yells, "Finally, something to hit!" And he wades his last step out of the grass and up to you. And he attempts to hit you with his longsword twice. What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, the first one misses. Second one hits you, and it does 4 slashing and 3 fire, so a total of 7 damage. And it is Rin's turn.
Rin the Joyous.
I think
What?
the tokens need to be set up again.
Is it not working?
I've
had a lot. Oh, I've had a lot of problems with. Okay, yeah, you're right. That's not even set to represent you. That's the problem.
Yeah, extra attack is at 5th level.
There we go. Sorry, Rin, what were you doing?
Please move the thing to be there.
Oh. Like that?
Yes. Show
Right,
him
does he
favor.
make his con save now or on his turn? We'll do it now anyway.
Let's see. Each creature in it
And-
makes a con save.
Is it save for half or is it full damage?
Save
or
for
no
half.
Damage? Okay, so roll damage.
Let's see. He takes the save when he moves into the area and when it enters the spell's area or ends its turn there. So on the end of his turn, he should do it as well.
Right, unless he moves out of it.
Right, exactly. Oh, no, it says it only once per turn. Now they changed it, so. Yay. Anyway, damage. I apologize.
7, that's fine. Okay. So that goes to Basil. That's a miss. That's a hit. Same guy?
Yes.
Okay, roll damage.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use a superiority die to try and make that a hit.
That does not make it a hit.
17? No. Oh well.
It doesn't matter. He takes that final arrow right in the gut, and he tumbles over the side of the dragon. The dragon's snaky neck turns and watches him fall, and then turns back in your direction, and you can see the eyes slant down in rage.
The eye of the dragon. Do, 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 do.
And then this guy going to move out to here and attempt to find the hidden Kender with an impossible roll. No, he rolled a 7. He needed a 28. So, all right. Kale.
All right.
I will firebolt the one that's attacking Vent. Or Vent's attacking, whichever.
Okay. 17 is a... Wait. Yeah, that's a hit, actually.
Oh, wow. 7 damage.
7 damage. He's not dead, but it was a hit.
Not quite dead, so.
And then this guy... Wait. Oh, yeah. The dragon is going to double move as far as it can toward Bezel, and I don't think it can get to you. Actually, I'll just move him.
Ooh, it's within 20 feet of me.
Yep. He's gonna basically get to there, but you can take your shot.
Okay. So,
If you want him to land on you.
where is it? Ah, right, it's okay. So, I will then.
I could be mean and say he's 30 feet up, so he's not within 20 feet of you, but we don't use height and math and trigonometry, so go ahead.
Good point. Well, thank you, kind and generous DM.
You don't have
Well.
advantage, do you? Oh, because
Well,
you're
I'm
hidden.
invisible.
You're right, you do. It didn't seem to add the sneak attack dice to your...
Yeah, let me roll that. So 6d6, since it's
Did it roll
critical.
crit for the damage? Yeah, it did. 2d4, right? Alright, so 29.
Yes.
Okay. You have his attention. I'm going to have to make a roll to see if he wants to hit the one who hit him or the one who killed his rider. All right. Decision made. Okay, NG, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same shit on the same guy.
Okay.
This is a sneak attack, right?
Yep.
All right.
So you have advantage because you're hidden.
Yep. I do have advantage. All right. And
That's a hit. Wow. All right. You are visible, but you still have your
Yep.
move and a bonus action.
I would like to taunt.
Is that a bonus action?
and- Isn't it?
I think it is. Sounds right. What does it do? I'm gonna look at your sheet. You just figure out what else you want to do.
Yep.
Unleash a string of words. Bonus action has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you. I don't know if taunting would do you much in this particular situation because he's
Right,
not going to attack
that-
anyone except
that-
you anyway.
Red line is not. Yeah, you're not right there.
Yeah.
I can't move there.
No,
No.
not that far because the red line is like showing scale. The castle's actually way down here. Relative
Oh, I
to
got
this
you.
side of the
Yep.
line.
Yep. So it's a completely different scale. Okay, perfect.
Right. But if you wanted to, well, what I'm saying is taunting. The only benefit taunting does is it gives him disadvantage on targets other than you. You're the only
Oh, okay.
target.
Yep.
So you may not want to waste or bother using that.
So really, what I want to
You
do then is
hide around the
kind
corner
of
over here.
yeah around the corner.
Yeah, and you still have your bonus action, so you could still hide as a rogue.
Oh, I'm having a hard time grabbing onto the freaking token.
Yeah, they're so small on this map. The scale's really
No, I mean I've
strange.
got it. It's just it won't pull down
Oh.
for whatever reason.
I'll move it for you. You want to go behind here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you choosing to hide again?
Yes.
Okay, so roll that again. As you kite the
Oh.
base commander around the outside of the.
Skills and tools. What was it that I rolled? Stealth.
Yeah, stealth. Sorry.
Oh shit.
13. All right. Dragon Army Soldier. This guy is in the Moonbeam. He is not going to be in the Moonbeam. He's going to run over to Ven. And he's not going to try to flank because flanking doesn't exist. But he is going to try to hit him twice. 1 and 2. The second one hits for 4 slashing and 1 fire damage. So 5 total. Docker, you are no longer invisible. The dragon seems to maybe not care. Maybe it had a personal connection with that soldier. Or maybe you hit it as it was flying overhead and it didn't see you because you appeared after its line of sight was past you anyway.
I wonder if I could trip him with the dart.
No, you can't trip him in the dark with the dart.
He is
I will not allow that. I will take physics into account when he's flying.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be prone, but he'll still be flying.
Well, I mean, he's already flying prone, probably.
Right, see? So he's immune to reproning.
Proning.
Groaning.
Double proning.
Okay, well, I will use my steady aim, so that gives me advantage on my next attack, and I will throw another dart at him.
Okay. 16 is a hit.
Oh, good. Okay.
He was the easier target of the two.
So, and let's see, I think I will try to add poison on it, so my sneak attack is only 9 damage. However, they need to make a con save.
Don't even tell me
Oh,
what the
yes.
DC is. He failed.
I'm guessing the DC is 12?
I got a 2.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I will just link it, but he's poisoned for a minute,
You add a toxin, con
but
save.
can make
Poison
saves every.
so disadvantage, basically.
Mhm.
Okay. Saves at the end of its turns. Got it.
So
All right.
that's my turn.
Then
All right. These two guys are. All right. I'm gonna hit the guy to my east.
to your east.
As opposed to someone else's east.
Not just east, your east.
My.
Got it. That's
Oh,
a
that's
hit.
a crit.
That's probably a kill. That
Holy
is a
crap.
kill.
All right, and my second attack is gonna be to the guy to my south.
Okay, so
Yourself.
yourself. Got it.
Oh, why did it do that again? All right.
12 is a miss.
Must be on advantage by default.
Yeah, it must be.
That's it.
Okay, that soldier has seen 3 of his buddies felled by the group. But the dragon is here now, so he's bolstered in his chance to win. So he's going to try to hit you twice, shouting, "In the Dragon Queen's name!" Slice, slash.
Noticed
Both
the
misses.
Want to
dragon
watch the show they
pilot
recommended?
fall off of it earlier.
That would have been behind him.
Hmm.
All right, it is Rin's turn.
Can you guess where I'm gonna put it?
Move that on the dragon.
I think I got a pretty good idea.
All right. I think you should put it there.
All right. And I'll
No,
try my...
on the dragon. You
Oh, it's in
failed.
the air. Oh, 40 feet up. Okay. All right.
Well, it's 120 range. Yeah.
Right. So what is the saving throw?
It is a
Con.
15. I'm gonna press it again.
No.
I mean, either way, he takes damage, just whether it's full or
That's-
half.
That's true. And I rolled and I saved, even with poison. I rolled 2 18s, but that still takes 7 damage. All right. Are you moving or anything like that?
I am not.
All right. We're going to Bezel.
Yeah.
You got a dragon coming at you.
Those both hit.
Oh, sorry. Yes, they both hit. 6 and 10. Oh! And with that, the dragon falls out of the sky right in front of you. It plows a trough as it slides and comes to a stop with its head just about 5 feet in front of you and Kale. Just pincushioned with arrows. Any other actions?
I will move.
Okay.
Yeah, there.
Okay. The base commander basically has to double move to get around to the edge of the keep, and he's shouting, "Where are you, you little shit?" Actually, he spots you because you rolled a 13, and his passive is 13. So as he comes around, he's like, "There you are!" But he can't attack because he had to double move. It is Kale's turn.
Did we hear that?
Maybe faintly.
Vaguely, yeah, just off in the distance, you can hear some.
The other guard and the dragon falling down over here is
Right,
probably
there's a
not
lot
well
going
enough
on right in front of you.
out.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I heard that, I'd be like, oh, Angie's pissing someone off. All right, I'm gonna firebolt the one guy that's left here.
Okay. That kills him. Even at half damage, that kills him. Fuck! He was down to 2. I thought Ben was going to kill 2 in one round. It would have been crazy. All right, so Angie, it really comes down to you two.
I mean, some of these tower guards are probably still in range.
That's true.
Doug, you're muted, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll let
I understand. I'm just I'm gonna do the same thing. Shoot him and then run.
Okay. Well, you don't have advantage because he sees you.
Yes. My advantage is off.
Okay. $21 is a hit. 11 damage. Jeez. Hey, if it makes you feel good, his name is Vance.
It does. It makes me feel good.
I don't know if it shows up in the tracker, but
The legend
I'm
of
going
Packer
to
Vance.
come
well, it's
over
Ardlick Vance, but
here and try to hide.
Sounds like a high school quarterback's name. Someone who would have shoved you into a locker.
Yeah, it's a total jock name.
too bad it wasn't like, yeah, whatever. Make a hide stealth roll. Sorry,
Oh yes.
I always want to say hide, and it's not like we've been playing third edition in the last 20 years, but I still want to say hide. Stealth makes so much more sense. Didn't they have like hide and move silently?
Move silent. Yep.
Spot and
Two separate
listen.
skills.
Two separate skills. Yeah, I don't know.
There were a lot more skills in third edition than there were in fifth.
Well, even 3.0. 3.0 had way more than 3.5. They trimmed a bunch.
Oh, did they?
And it was still way more than now.
There's no
Yeah.
perception skill. They had spot and listen.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Let's
I
make
can hear
it
really
complicated.
good, but I'm blind.
Disabled device.
Wow. Oh, yeah. All right. Docker, do you have any actions you would take in this situation? Because the combat itself for you guys is effectively over. Only Bezel can really, I think, interact with the keep from this range.
And the door's gone.
And the door's gone.
So we just have to retreat and wait for the army. Is my understanding anyway.
Do I see the commander walking in this general direction?
Do you have dark vision?
Probably not.
Make a perception roll.
I don't think Minotaurs would.
I mean, it's nighttime, but there is a moon out. One of them.
Okay, yeah.
So you could sort of maybe, but like at this range, it's hard to tell. You know, somebody's outside, walking around the outside of the keep. I'll give you that. You just don't know who or anything of that sort.
Someone who is medium-sized, I'm guessing, or could I tell?
Yeah, you can tell it's medium size. You can tell it's not the
Okay.
Kinder.
Who notably is gone again. I guess Docker will move his full movement closer to it, so
Start moving closer.
Are
Okay.
you going through the overgrowth or around it?
oh, good point.
Is the overgrowth a concentration spell? Because when he cast Moonbeam, it might have disappeared anyway.
I think it just
No, the overgrowth is an 8-hour.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna take a long time to close the distance that way. Because it's 9 o'clock and I do have to go to work. I'm going to just kind of wrap it up a little bit because it's a foregone conclusion at this point that you're going to win because you've taken out the worst of the threats. The only reason I would continue to go is to see if NG kills Vance before Vance kills NG, I guess. But Vance is down to 17 hit points. So 1 or 2 more rounds and NG's got it. So in the interest of wrapping up the whole thing instead of finishing the combat and then leaving it hanging, NG kites him around. Bezel gets a couple shots off on guards on the top of the tower, which I assume is what you were going to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no one else comes out of the tower. It doesn't take NG like another round probably to finish off Vance. Vance doesn't see him right now anyway, and 1 sneak attack is gonna drop him. So assuming you just wait outside for the army to show up, the guards attempt to cluster on the towers to make sure nothing can get through the gate, but no one else comes out of the keep.
So they decided to make themselves better targets. Perfect.
Well, if they can crack, well, yeah, I guess you ignore cover, but you're shooting through arrow slits at them.
Focusing on the Draconians.
And when Raven and the army show up, the growth is still there, but the door is open, or at least one of the doors is open. So
Missing.
they can approach. You know, they've got arrows too, and they're lobbing shots, and there's shots back and forth, and cover fire from Bezel, and the rest of you kind of advance with the army, picking them off with firebolts and whatever else. And it does not take much time at all, with actually no casualties, to retake the base. The only surprise is when one of the humans on the tower shapeshifts into a silver draconian, which I'm not sure you've run into yet.
Are they the spellcasters?
It looks like this one. With a very
Yeah, they're
wicked serrated blade.
They're like the bosses, aren't they, or something?
They're up there, yeah. He's the highest challenge rating in this castle versus, like, even the dragon wasn't as tough as this guy. So I renege my statement. There's 2 casualties on the good guy team, as the Civac basically chops them down before they're able to bring him down with all of your help.
And how does he die?
He wait. Oh no, that's different. When he's reduced to 0, he crumbles to dust. That forms a spectral streaking image of the creature that killed it.
That is anticlimactic.
The image lasts for 1 minute, and each creature that is hostile to it must succeed on a saving throw or be frightened from the spectral image for 1 minute. So, I mean, it could get you in trouble or killed if it happens in the middle of a larger battle, but as he's the last guy to die, there's just a bunch of people in a circle cowering in fear from this spectral image before it fades away into dust. But the castle is retaken. Raven's a little dismayed at the missing door and the missing kitchen, but with the help of the 2 rogues here who have like disabled device type skills, once the door is back to full size,
I think that happened already.
Right. Oh yeah, I would have.
But I could shrink it down for setting and then put it back. Yeah.
Yeah, you spend a good chunk of the day getting it back onto the hinges and system, make sure it works. Before you start your journey back to Calaman. Let's see. Is there any treasure on anybody?
You get to take a nap.
You get to take a nap. You can have a long rest
We're
if you
up all
want.
night.
You do not gain a level, but you can take a long rest if you want.
I definitely need
And I don't see any sign of treasure on anybody that's really worth keeping. You do have your first sign of a real dragon, and that is astounding to everybody, not just the party members, I would assume. As its carcass is hauled back into the keep for study. And
Did the rider have anything other than a bunch of arrows stuck in him?
I will give you the benefit of the doubt and say between all the different soldiers, you can gather up 20 gold each if you want money, but there's no magic items or any kind of treasure like that. And that will be it. That was a very unorthodox but effective way to take out the
That wasn't in the notes.
Oh no, they didn't really give me much. They just give me the layout and then let you figure out how to deal
If
with it.
players shrink the door and then run away with it invisibly.
Yeah, it wasn't in the book, no. But they do mention, which rooms can hear battles in which areas. So if you had like charged in and fought the 2 guys in the courtyard, then I think 6 more show up. So at any given time, you're only facing maybe 8 guys at a time. And the surprise is when the dragon pops out and goes, surprise! But it made more sense when you took out the guys that came out of the keep that they would send the dragon out to see what happened. So
Now, if
you got a
cast
glimpse
invisibility
first.
on the door and then hid behind it,
I don't think you can do
are you
invisibility.
also invisible?
Unfortunately, I think invisibility is creatures only. But that was fun. I was so dreading how this was going to play out because I had no idea what was going to, because the way the winch mechanism works and stuff, you can't just go in, press a button, and then run and hide. You have to actually deal with guys inside. So.
Hey, and I found a new way to pick locks.
Oh boy.
Or a spell slot.
Suddenly, doors become resistant to spells. Weird. Door technology's gotten so much better since the last game.
Locked treasure chests.
Just remember, if we ever bar a door so that the bad guy can't get us, just shrink it.
Is
Yeah, right.
knock and enlarge and shrink the same level?
Knock is first level, isn't it?
No, knock was
Maybe-
used to
maybe
be
the
second
second.
level.
Yeah, they might be the same level actually.
So
So you're kind of right. It does the same effective thing. So all right. Well, you can stop the stream if you haven't already, but
I have not because I forgot that we
That-
were running.
that is good that we got past.